Hey, come on in.
Hey.
How's it going?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of a bad weekend. My friends, we were supposed to hang out and they didn't come over, so.
Oh. Did they at least give you the heads up or tell you or what happened?
No. That's why I'm a little bit mad, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll get over it.
Yeah. That's tough. I don't like how you text somebody or whatever, and then you know they received it. Yeah. Everybody carries their phone 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
But have you seen them since?
No, I'll see them later though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, give them a chance to tell you their side of the story first, at least.
Yeah.
And then figure out maybe.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that later. We're going to continue our poetry unit. You did really well with Casey at the Bat last time.
Thanks.
Good job on that.
Okay.
So this is a little different, and I want to introduce this concept to you of dramatic poetry.
Okay.
All right, let's look again at the definition at the top of the page, and let's think about how some of the things you saw in this poem match that definition.
Okay. So, Gardner, I guess, sees death and then runs away, and then goes talk to his master.
Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we've got the broad strokes of this poem kind of understood, right?
Yeah.
We see that, and let's let that be the foundation for the rest of our conversation. Okay. So why don't you go to the board for a moment, and let's just list out a few things. Oh, would you mind putting that away, please?
Oh, okay.
Just while you're making that transition.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you. So, I want to break this down, but unknown vocabulary is often a speed bump, right? So were there any...
Scythe, or is it scythe? Or...
Scythe.
Oh, okay. Right. I guess this one's kind of
Okay, very cool. So, you might have seen a picture of death represented before, maybe you probably don't like a lot of heavy metal, maybe, but Reaper. You heard that expression?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
That's terrifying. Yeah. All right. Flip your paper over. Actually, on the back of the poem, I've got that word defined for you.
Oh, okay.
Read that out loud, please.
Scythe, an implement consisting of a long curved single-edged blade with a long bent handle used for mowing or reaping.
Okay. How about we add that to the picture? That's what you see. Okay, great. That's an adequate representation for sure. And that actually is really real familiar. If we were to Google image, Grim Reaper, you'd see something like that.
Okay.
What's interesting here is that he's playing with that word and evoking that image in your mind without actually saying that's what he looks like. He's just describing the thinness, right?
Yeah.
Of that.
Yeah.
And so he's playing with us here. It's his own unique personification of death.
Mm-hmm.
Great. The second word there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, before you try to define it.
Oh.
Ah! So you know what it means. So, that's exactly, if you are gesturing to somebody and you're kind of doing either the finger or coming over, you're beckoning to someone.
Okay.
You're entreating them to come closer.
Okay.
Cool. So, that's a good exercise. That'll be helpful. There's no more speed bumps in this poem for us, right?
Yeah.
Except for really meaning. What does all this add up to?
Yeah.
So go ahead and come back for me.
Okay.
We started to talk a little bit about tone, right? You described the Gardner sphere.
Yeah.
In the middle of the poem, it's the master's turn to speak.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He said, "I welcome only friends here."
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He threatened his gardener. Do you think he considers him a friend?
No.
No. So there's kind of a underlying tension in this whole bit of dialogue here.
Yeah.
What do you think he's prepared to do, or?
He wants him to leave, I think, but I don't know what he's gonna do. I feel like death is pretty strong. Or even invisible. See-through. Try to punch him in.
Right? Yeah, you probably can't grab him by the scruff of his collar and escort him out. The master's not going to be a bouncer probably in this situation, right?
Yeah.
Well, so that's our expectation, even in the middle, as those seconds as we're reading.
Okay.
Death's response, I think, is going to validate what you thought.
Yeah. So he calls him Sir too. That's funny. So
yeah.
That's
So what does this speak to? I mean, this is a story essentially presented in a dramatic poem. What does it add up to? Is there any universal meaning or commentary about life that the poet may be trying to make here?
Well, I feel like this line really, where the gardener says, "I want to see my sons. I want to see California," and kind of living life to the fullest. That's what I take away.
Yeah. That's interesting. We know suddenly he's not in California, and if California, sometimes referred to like land of milk and honey, right? So they must be in some place a little more cold, and this gardener, he probably doesn't get to spend a lot of time with his son. So you could expand out. Like man wants to live. They want to experience the joys of family and travel.
Yeah.
You did great. I mean, amazing contributions to the conversation here.
Thanks.
I think you really got a good handle on it, and I'm very fascinated with this form of poetry.
Yeah.
And because you've got such a great handle, and I think you could also add to your homework assignment.
Okay.
I love creative work that's produced by students. It's fantastic.
Okay.
So think of this idea, a dramatic poem. Based on what you saw here,
Okay.
could you write your own?
Sure.
Okay?
It's not going to be about death.
No. Well, that's the thing. It's going to be a unique creation. So, but I'd like you to kind of start in the same place that Donald Justice did. Think of an abstract concept that you can personify.
Okay.
So that's one step.
Right.
Second step is to create the conversation.
Okay.
You can choose yourself as a speaker, or you can invent another character.
Okay.
And it can be two or more.
Okay. So is it not a real thing? Like I couldn't pick an animal talking or a, I don't know, plant talking?
Let's focus on a broader concept.
Okay.
We have death, life,
Okay.
hope, love.
Okay.
What are some other words that kind of fit those categories of the words I just put out there?
Imagination. Bored. I don't know.
Okay. I think imagination. I like what you threw out there with
Okay.
imagination. I think that's a spirit, that's a force, that's something that everybody has.
Yeah.
It's something you interact with, essentially, if you indulge your imagination, if you daydream.
Okay.
So I think that'd be really cool.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Alexis. Bye.